last night, but I'm gonna tell it again, and it's gonna be a separate video. So I'm gonna get right into it. Alright, so I was with a couple of friends. Alright, I was with my friend Slim and John. Me, Slim, and John were at the park. You know, alright. And we were all at the park. And we were just hanging out, you know. John actually came and picked me up on his dirt bike, and we rode around a little bit before we going to the park. So we went on the back trails. I got to ride by myself again, and stuff like that. And then we headed to the park. So when we got to the park, I noticed Slim was there. I had problems when I first smoked weed. I'm gonna set that aside for another story. Not my first time, but my second or third time. I had problems with Slim. While we were smoking, I had problems. Like straight away, he just didn't like me for some reason. Well, I already know the reason, but I'm not gonna say why. I don't want to start discrepancies within my fellow family members on YouTube here. But yeah, I went up to him and I apologized to him, and he's like, dude, it's fine, it's totally okay. I was like, then is it cool if I smoke with y'all again? He's like, yeah, I don't even care, dude. I was like, awesome. So we head to the bench. We head to a bench. And when we get to the bench, now this bench is a little secluded, but, you know, it's still out in the open. You know, it's right by a tennis court. But, yeah. So we were there, and, so Slim goes and calls up his guy, and, we get about 3 grams. And we only roll 2 blunts, but we save the rest of it. Like, I don't get any, and I don't really want any, because I don't keep weed on me. That's just, I don't know why, I just don't. Because, you know, so many things can go wrong if you do that. So I'd rather be the good kid, smoke, but not keep anything on me. Like, I got in trouble, I'll tell another story. I got in trouble having a knife at school, and that's why I don't keep stuff on me anymore. So, it's especially weed. I wouldn't keep on me. So, and I only smoke to calm down. Like, I started smoking cigarettes at 10 years old. I'll save that for another story, though, for another time. I've got limited time right now because I'm going to the zoo. Like, my mom wants to leave really early because the zoo is like 3 hours away. But anyway, so we're just sitting there smoking, and I'm hitting both blunts at the same time, and I'm just like, I'm beyond baked. I'll admit, I was beyond stoned. I was beyond high. I was beyond baked. I don't know what if you're beyond baked, I don't know what it's called. But also, I just want to put out a disclaimer. If you're gonna smoke weed, don't do it in front of people. Per se, because I've got another story to tell where somebody actually called the cops on us, but like nothing happened. And also, if I don't recommend you smoke weed. Honestly, if you can get in trouble at home for it, I recommend you don't do it at all. God, that's freaked me out. Get out, go, get out. Sammy, go. Sorry, my dog came in. So, yeah, I recommend you don't do it at all. I mean, if you're 18 or whatever and you don't really care, yeah, by all means, go ahead. 17-ish, yeah, I don't really care. But if you're like my age, I'm about to turn 17, I recommend you don't do it. I mean, you can, that's up to you, but I just recommend you don't do it. And me telling you these stories doesn't mean that I want you to go out and do it. If you go out and do it because of my stories, it's not my fault if you get in trouble. Like, I don't want you coming to my channel with your parents and like, hey, this kid got me to start, you know, tripping on acid, and I'm just gonna be like, no. I told him a story, and I told him that he should not do it, and he did it anyway. So it's not my fault. Anyway, so I'm, like I said, I'm beyond baked. And, so I'm sitting there, and Slim goes home. We were done. Like, there was nothing left of the blunts, and we were done. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Wait. I was like, all right, that's cool that he goes home. So, and John rides his dirt bike home. He's like, hey, you know, Travis, you gotta ride home. You gotta walk to my house. And I was like, all right, that's fine. I got plenty of energy anyway. He's like, all right, cool. So we go to his house, or I go to his house, and his grandparents just came over. And that was unexpected for me. I was like, at first I was like, who the hell are these people coming in his house? But, you know, it was cool. I didn't really care. I was just like, I was baked. I was like, it's whatever, you know, as long as they're pretty chill, I don't really care. So, yeah. So I walk in his house. I knock on the door. Actually, I knock on the door, and his mom answers, and she's like, his grandparents just came over, so he won't be able to hang out. And then all of a sudden, John just says, hey, just come in. And his mom is like, oh, all right then. Now, keep in mind, his mom is really, really cool. His mom lets him smoke and vape in the house. She doesn't really care, considering he's 18, so she doesn't really care. So, only one problem. She doesn't want us smoking weed in the house, because she said she could get in trouble for that. So, you know, I got another story of what we did near the house. Like, very near it. Anyway, I'll save that for another time. So, we're sitting there, and I'm playing his PS4. I walk into his room, he's like, come to my room, and I'm like, alright, cool. And I had known he had a PS4, I never got to play it, but I was playing GTA 5, and I was just sitting there, and I told him, we were talking, and I was like, dude, he's like, what? I was like, I can't even feel my hands. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, I just can't feel my hands. Like, I know I'm playing a game, but it doesn't feel like I'm actually playing the game, you know? He's like, no, I don't know. I was like, well, dude, I'm tripping on something. He's like, yeah, you probably are. Now, keep in mind, this wasn't strong weed that we were smoking. It was just a lot. And I don't know if it was laced with anything. If it was, oh well, you know, my first trip, yay. I mean, my first trip wasn't bad. If that was a trip, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. Because I was calm during it. Like, I was sort of calm, but I was freaky all at the same time, because I've got anxiety, and paranoia. So I freak out a lot. I have a tendency to freak out. So, we're sitting there, and I'm just like, dude, I cannot feel my freaking hands. And I'm screaming the F word and stuff like that, dude. I'm like, I can't fucking feel my damn hands, and he's just like, calm down. John's just like, he's just trying to calm me down. He's like, dude, you're baked. You're probably tripping on something. Just calm down. And I'm like, all right, you know what? You're right. Everything's fine. He's like, yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted to hear. I was like, you're right. Everything is completely fine. I'm okay. I'm cool. I just can't feel my hands, but apart from that, I'm cool. He's like, there you go. That's what I was wanting to hear. So, I take out GTA, or I quit GTA. I quit playing it, and I... Now, I know I was tripping, and a lot of people are going to be like, wow, you were tripping on acid, or tripping on something, and, you know, you're playing that. So, I was tripping on something, and I decided to play Zombies on Black Ops 3, because it was my very first time playing them on Zombies on PS4. I had only played the beta, so I only played the multiplayer, and I had only seen videos of, like, the gameplay of Zombies. I never actually played it, so that was my first time. It was a little weird. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just, like, focused as hell. Like, I am just in it. I am just, like, so focused. I'm just like, dude, I'm so into this. He's like, yeah, but you're tripping all at the same time. I'm like, yeah. So I'm tripping, and I'm focused all at the same time. And so as I'm tripping, I'm losing my focus all simultaneously. I'm focused, but losing it all at the same time. And it's really weird to describe the feeling. Like, I wouldn't know how to put it into words. The words haven't even been invented yet. That's how weird it was. And I keep telling him, dude, I cannot feel my body now. I told him I can't feel my body now. He's like, I told you earlier, dude, you're fine, you know? You're playing some video games, you're fine. I was like, alright, you know what? Yeah, I gotta stop freaking out. You're right. I'm not in trouble, you know, nothing's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen. We're good. He's like, alright, that's what I wanted to hear. And then my mom texts me, she's like, you gotta come home. I was like, alright, that's fine. I told my mom, I was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, it'll take me a little while, you know, but that's cool. She's like, that's fine. Now, when I say it'll take me a little while, it'll probably take me about 30 minutes because John's house from my house is 3 miles away. But, and I walk to his house sometimes. But, it's all in the same neighborhood. Like, we all live in the same neighborhood. It's just a really, really big neighborhood. So, his house is like 3 miles away from mine. So, I leave his house, and I'm walking home, and I'm still tripping out. Like, I can barely walk. To be honest, like, I can't even feel my feet. Like, you know those power walkers, like, that walk, like, intensely? That was me. I was power walking. That's how high I was. Like, I've run before, and I've run when I was high, but that, like, again, that's for another story. But I'd never power walked in my life, and that was the first time I did it, and it felt really weird. Like, it felt really, really freaking weird. And I get home, and the story's almost done. I'm trying not to make it so long. And I get home, and it's about, I want to say, maybe 8 o'clock. And so I go to bed, and I'm still high. Still baked. And I go to school, and I'm not baked, but I'm still really, really high. And I get to my third block class, and I've only got 4 blocks. So it's about the end of the day. It's about maybe maybe it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I told my friend, and I was like, yo, you would not believe what happened last night. And I was telling her the story and stuff like that, and she was like, yeah, you still seem pretty high right now. Because I was pretty eccentric as I was telling the story, and it's not normal for me. But I was pretty eccentric from from basically what she was telling me. And, she's like, yeah, you're still really high, aren't you? I was like, I guess I am, because, you know, I'm talking really weirdly. She's like, yeah, you are. I was like, alright then, cool. And the funny thing is, I didn't come off the high. I was normal again until that night. Like, when I became normal again, it was that night that I was going to bed. Like, right as I was going to bed, like, the high and everything was gone. So, that was, like, the longest I've ever been high. Like, I've been high for a day and a half. That was really, really weird. Almost 2 days, actually. It freaked me out. I was like, dude, I can't believe I just went that long, you know. But, anyway, that was that story. Now, I'll probably do a video when I get home. I'll probably be home around 5 o'clock, maybe. Depending, I don't know. 3 hours there, 3 hours staying there, and 3 hours, equivalent of 9 hours. So I don't know. I don't know when I'll be home. But when I get home, I will definitely do a video. I will definitely be doing a video. That person who just tuned in, it is the end of the video. You can watch this video after it uploads. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more stories, let me know in the comments down below. And I love you all very much, and keep it real. And also, I do not condone anybody who watches these videos. I don't condone, like, anybody who watches my story videos, I don't condone you to do these things. These are not good things you can do. These are not good things in your life that you want to do, because they will mess up your life. My life's pretty messed up as it is. So, yeah. Just a little warning there. If you do something because you watched one of my stories, it is not my fault. Anyway, if you guys like this video, like the video, and if you guys want to see more stories, or game content, let me know in the comments below and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to share this video. Peace, guys. Keep it real.